Welcome back to my channel, Disney and Devaney. In today's video, I am going to give you a small Christmas tour of my Christmas tree decorations, my dining table inspired by Mackenzie and Child, and in the spirit of the season, I'm also going to show my centerpiece table, a view of my entire collection of my nutcrackers that I have been collecting for a very long time, and then also in each of these decor you will find just a splash of Disney pieces incorporated in them. I have also spruced up a bit outside by decorating some of my urns and planters to give it that Christmas feel. I will say this year I did not have a color scheme. I did not know which way and what color I was going to decorate my entire living room or outside. So what I did was I grabbed this adorable Minnie Mouse plushie doll, and her little outfit was the one that inspired me to come up with the color palette. Last year I think I chose the pastel Mickey and Minnie, and that was the color scheme that I went with. So this year I decided that I was going to try to incorporate all of the colors that was in her little outfit. So without further ado, decorate with me. Let me show you what I've done, and I hope you enjoy it. So our day begins by taking out all of the Christmas paraphernalias and everything I'm going to need to decorate. I then unloaded all of the cushions that I knew I was going to need for this season. I then started hanging up some wreaths around the house, and this one was my Disney one, but then I looked at it and it kind of looked a little sad to me, so I had to give it some flair, something to zhuzh it up. So then I got carried away and then I began to hang up wreaths everywhere, all over the house. And then I had to order a new Christmas tree this year because the old one got tossed out last year by accident. So this one was a 7.5 foot tall tree. Could not wait to open it. And then of course with a new tree, you need a new collar. So this one I had to assemble it, and of course it was red. Very pretty. So this first piece went in very smoothly and it seemed very wide, so I had to relocate it to the corner instead and fluff it up. And so far it is a really good looking tree. So now I had to put the final piece in, and it was just a little bit too high and too hard for me, so I had to call up for backup, and hubby had to come and help me, and he was the one that was able to put in the final piece. And boy, stepping back and looking at this tree, I was very happy with the height and the lights. It said it had over 500 lights on it. And then I brought back this DIY project I worked on last year because the red was going to fit, which I was very happy the way that it all turned out. And then I remembered I had a couple of elves, so I decided to incorporate them into the decor. So I pulled back out my Minnie Mouse so to take a look at her color palette. I'm going to have to use red and white with a splash of gold and also some green. So I was just checking to make sure I had everything, and so I had a few of these red balls that I would decide I was going to use on the tree, along with some of these reindeers that I bought from Walgreens. I got them in red, and then I also got them in this green color as well. And I then had a few picks and sticks that were red and white, but not too many because I did not want a peppermint tree theme. And then I also had some of these poinsettia leaves with a little bit of snowflakes on them. That's going to be perfect. And so I started to put them all into the tree one by one, and then stepping back to see how it was looking. And so far so good, nothing too overwhelming. And then I had these large ornaments, but only 2 of them. So let's throw that on the tree. And then I realized that my reindeers were a little bit bland. So I'm going to zhuzh them up with a ribbon. And let's see how that's going to look on each of them. I will say the ribbon did give them a little bit of a pizzazz look to them. Okay, so let's put those on the tree as well. And then I had a couple of these old ice skates ornaments that I repurposed from years past that I had used once before. And so far it's looking pretty good. And now we're going to put a splash of Disney, starting with Joe Gardner. I also had this Hogwarts glass ornament that belonged to one of my daughters. And then I had some patriotic ornaments that I would get every year from the White House. So let's throw those onto the tree as well. And more Disney flair. I then started finding a few more ornaments we kind of had in my bins, but somehow they all matched. And then I have some more Disney flair. And going down the tree to see what I can put on there, just to see what other openings there may be where I can fit some more ornaments. And now what to do with the elves. Okay, light bulb went off in my head and I decided to have him suspended in the air like a magical elf. More Disney. And then I stepped back to see how the tree was coming along. I think it needed some more. So let's get some more. And there's my elf. And he's looking great at the very top. I'm loving the way it's coming out so far. And then there was an empty space right there. I'm gonna have to fill that up. So I had this adorable tabletop TV decor of a Christmas scenery, and a light bulb went off in my head again, and I wanted it in that space. Problem, it was just too heavy because it was not an ornament. What to do? How am I going to get this thing in there, and how am I going to get it to stay up inside of the tree? So hubby and I took a quick trip to Target to see what we can find. So we got some command hooks and some hard fishing wire. 4 of them should do the job. We're going to hoist this thing up like it is an ornament. And after trying that, this very tightly and strong, we got it to fit. I have to say, we are very proud of ourselves. This thing looked amazing. It's like a little television, right? Hoisted inside of the tree. And then the tree needed more elves, please. So another one was added. I think it's coming together. It is looking amazing. Looking around, I did see a couple gaps. The tree could use some more ornaments. So let me see what I can find around the house and throw it on this tree to fill up some space. And then I had this adorable rocking horse, so I stuck him in there as well. And then I stepped back to take a look at this magnificent tree with some more ornaments. And it's pretty fantastic, if I may say so. It's very red, but it works. It does have the green, it does have the gold, and it does have the white. So I think Minnie's color scheme came to life with this tree. I love it. I think it came out wonderful. It's given classic traditional Christmas meets Babes in Toyland-esque. And a little bit of snow. And reindeers. And Disney. And maybe a splash of Santa's helpers, hence the elves. Love it. All right, and I had another ornament that I stuck in there. This one was from last year. This is the cute one where Mickey is on top of a little train. It is adorable. And I put it right next to Minnie, even though she's in red and white. But take a look at this ornament. It is the cutest. And then this is another ornament I did get from last year as well. You can tell from the color scheme is that pink and green. And I put that next to my newfound ornament that I created. And then on the other side, I also had another ornament that I did buy last year as well. Same color scheme, green with pink. But I threw it on there. And then this one was a gift. This is the Mr. Incredibles. That was a gift from Pam, from Coco from Disney. Thank you so much. Some more patriotic ornaments. I have a couple of those. Like I said, I would get them every year. And then this piece right here, this is a beautiful Nutcracker blown glass with a teddy bear, and that one says 2025. That's from this year. I love it. It's so pretty, and it also went with the theme as well. And then I had this Downton Abbey blow mold ornament that I had gotten one year when the girls and I had went to one of their exhibits. And so I decided to put it on the tree as well. And it all just ties in. And then this piece right here, this is from 2023. It is an ear hat ornament. I did get it from the Character Warehouse. Threw that on there as well. Color matches. Like I said, I have Disney flair all throughout the tree, and I think it came out amazingly. Love it. And then who can forget my Elliot? He is right there. I love him. I've had him for a couple years. So I did get to bring him out this year as well. Joe Gardner. There goes my reindeer. I think the tree turned out perfect. Let me know what you guys think. And now for my dining table. So this year, going with the red theme, I incorporated the checkered pattern along with the Nutcracker theme. So this particular dishware is called Mackenzie Childs, and I've been collecting this set for several years now. Each year, my hubby would buy me one place setting and so forth and so on until I was able to get a setting of 6. And it is a perfect pattern for Christmas. You'll see in the center here, I have a sleigh along with a reindeer as well. And then flanked on each side are 2 nutcrackers that also have the checkered design pattern. And then 2 more gold reindeers that have a little bit of a wreath around them. And I thought that this looked so pretty and so festive to go along with the red theme of the Christmas tree. And of course, when Christmas Eve comes, we are having family come over, actually from California. So we are going to be sitting down and having dinner. And now we're moving on to the bar cart. So sticking with the same red theme, I wanted the bar area to be as simple as possible. I might add some greenery at a later time, and also I didn't get an opportunity to get any of the Christmas winery yet, which I will also add at a later time, but I wanted to keep it as simple as possible. And here I filled up this picture with some red ornaments in it to give it some more red color. I had a little bit of a wreath and some merry and bright glassware right here, as well as one little ornament in the back. I might add a couple more items to it depending. And then down at the bottom, I did get some candy, candy cane, the decor that would go with it as well. I have a little elf there that has some fake ice that lights up. And I just thought to keep it as simple as possible because there's so much red already in the area. And then, of course, another elf. There are elves all over the place. I thought it just complemented the bar area. So this scene looked really nice for me. And now we're moving on to my Nutcracker collection. So let me introduce you to them. Every year, my kids and my husband, from they were small, they would always give me a Nutcracker every year. And so that started my collection to where I have an army of them now. So I have very different ones. I have some that are from Germany. I have wooden nutcrackers. I even have a Mickey nutcracker, firefighter nutcracker, pastel nutcracker, ones that are guards. I have one of the three wise men, Balthasar. I have a drummer nutcracker, and then of course a Russian nutcracker. So I have collected over the years, but I've kind of stopped for, I haven't been collecting for a couple years now. Or I really haven't seen any that really have interested me. But I thought to display them this year because I hadn't had them displayed in several years. They haven't been out. So I think the last time I showcased them may have been about 2 Christmases ago. And so I was very happy to take them out and display them front and center this year. And then these are my soldier Mickey, also nutcrackers, but they're more like the soldiers from the parade. And I decided to decorate my bookshelf. And then shelf number 2, this one has some figurines from TJ Maxx, along with a little train set that says Merry Christmas. And on the other end is another figurine from TJ Maxx. In the background are some winter homes, and then you see Donald as a Christmas tree right here. I did get him from the parks. So this is another really nice Disney shelf number 2 of my bookshelf in the other living room. And then shelf number 3, this is the popcorn bucket of Sully. And I added some lights there to make it look like he's decorating some lights. And I thought it just looked well together. This is a really beautiful popcorn bucket gifted to me by my friend Shalini. Thank you so much for this one. And then now for my centerpiece on my coffee table. So this one I just kind of put together because I did not have any more red decorations. And so I dressed up the reindeers that are white. I gave them a little bit of that ribbon tie on their necks to just let it be cohesive with the reindeers that are on the tree. I added a lot of red accents just to tie this in together with the Christmas tree. And then over the front door, I do have this beautiful swag that has some bells to it and some lights. I ran ribbons through it just so that it also ties in where the tree is. And then on the other side, you can see I have some swags that are hanging at the front of the door, and everything just came out perfect. And then it was time to take a look at the patio and see what I could do. And I decided that I was going to give it a little touch of Christmas out there, starting with my urns. I'm going to decorate that urn. So I had some of these ribbons and I thought I will incorporate it and just put a little flare of red around the urns. So this is the way it came out, and I thought it looked amazing. So I'm going to go ahead and get all the other urns and do the same. So I'm putting it back in place to see the finished look and putting the pottage back in. And I think it looked really good. It just gave it a little bit of flair. And then of course George had his moment. He did not want to be filmed. He's angry and yelling at me. Back to my urn number 2. I then ordered some cushion covers for outdoors just to bring in that tartan look and red as well outside. I went and got all the other pots. This one in particular is a little bit more white, so I think the red's going to stand out some more to dress it up. And I think everything is just coming out perfect. Look at the finished look. It just gives it that touch of Christmas. And then I had this fake foliage that I decided to just put at the very top. I took out the plant that was there, put it in the backyard, and this one is going to get a little bit of some lights, so that a little timer as well, so that when evening comes, it lights up on its own. And then this is my outside figurine, my statue that sits outside. I decided, let me just go ahead and touch her up. She's already white, so I'm going to just put a little red ribbon on her to let her look a little bit more with how the decor looks outside. So then I ordered a pack of these 4 fairy lights that I was going to place outside in the fake foliage so that they turn on at night automatically, and they are battery operated. So I went outside and I started incorporating them. I had to first turn them on to see how they're going to look on the foliage and pretty much hide them all within inside of the leaves, and then see how it comes out, which I think it looked really nice. And this is the finished product of it looking full. Love it. So then I went on and I did all the other trees outside, all of the other foliages, just to see how those are going to look. And then I realized my floor needs pressure cleaning. And voila, after pressure cleaning, after battery operated, after getting some more poinsettias and the ribbons, this is the finished product out there. And I had some wreaths that I was gonna throw out this year, so I decided to just use it one last time and hang them from the lamppost outside, giving it a little bit more of a flair, because when we have guests coming for Christmas, we're gonna be like a party of 10. And I think outside would be a nice, little nod to let's go outside and have a nightcap or something, coffee, cake, and finish it off over there. So I think everything came out well. And the floor also looked great from all of the pressure cleaning. I had someone come and take care of all that. So I think every part of the house now is ready to receive my guests. And then because my husband is from the Bahamas, I did put a little sign that says Nassau 187 miles from Florida, a homage to him. So that is everything, guys. Let me go ahead and show you the recap, and happy holidays to you.